check out the scout out a river there. And the banks, you can go to the bank on a horse and like tie your horse like it's the fucking Old West. Never seen anything like that. Very rich community.
The other place that they used to give other football players a lot was a place, and Leanne, if you had kids, I know you fucking took your kids here. It was called Cece's Pizza.
Oh, yeah.
That's old.
Okay, so
CICI, right?
Right,
Yeah.
Cece's Pizza. And what it was a pizza bar. Leanne, what do you remember it as? Do you remember it?
No.
It was a pizza bar that had dessert pizza. It had every kind of pizza. And if you would go to the counter and say you're out of sausage and pepperoni, they would bring that pie and put it on the thing. It also had a salad bar, and then I think they had ice cream, and it was all you could drink soda. It was like $2.99. If you were a senior citizen, it was $3.99 for kids, and then I think it was like $4.99. What's that?
Bob's listening to Twin Mama.
Oh, okay. I was like, that sounded like Twin.
I hit the by accident.
Dude, last time I saw Cece's Pizza was in Metairie on the way to the airport. I think it was off Airline Drive. So this is in the outskirts of New Orleans. And that place was a fucking sty.
Yeah.
You know.
So what would happen is Cece's would do a trade-off with the football team, and they would give the team free coupons to go in there and eat for lunch. So the team would be like, breakfast is at the hotel, lunch is Cece's Pizza, dinner's Golden Corral. So we would get food all day. Well, Cece's Pizza straight fucking garbage. I think they had a pasta salad too, and maybe pasta on there some days. So it would always work like this. All 28 players would be in there for like the first couple of days. Then the next week, there'd be like maybe 10 guys, and then 4 guys. By week 3, I was the only asshole in there every day. So I went up to I went up to the manager, and I would give him extra tickets or game balls. He'd be like, yeah, you can come in for dinner too if you want. So then what we would do is he gave me the Wi-Fi passcode. So then I started going in there all the time. Well, I noticed that, trying to think where the one is that was really Springfield, Missouri. I wonder if it's still out there. Mr. X, see if the Cece's in Springfield, Missouri is still there. I was playing for a team called the Voodoo, and we ate there, and I was the only, and the manager's like, boy, you must really like it here. And I go, well, yeah, it's free every day. And he goes,
yeah.
He goes, you're the only player that comes in here. And I says, why don't the other players come in here? And this happens a lot. He said they did, and they all had one big table, and there's still a waitress that refills your drink and stuff sometimes. He said they would never tip her. Mr. X, I would go in there at like noon on a Tuesday, and it was nothing but Mexicans. Like they would bring their kids in there, and they had 4 or 5 kids, and their whole bill would be like $18. They were feeding 5 people.
Now I'm blocked, Leanne.
Oh, I was going to ask. I told Bob to ask Snooks because she's over in Twin Mama's house. Patricia is.
There it is, Jim.
I'm about to send a message. Saying Bob asked if you can come over.
Yeah.
You're very welcome. Yeah.
Is that it, Jim?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Is there? They've given a facelift to that plaza. It was fucking filthy. And Leanne, it was the kind of place where there were so many kids that ate in there. Like Chucky, like the carpets were stained. You go into the bathroom, there was everywhere.
I see what Tessie's saying in the chat there. Yes, Tessie, that was something I was going to talk about on XNN on Friday. I think that is a fucking phenomenal idea. Teach these little fuckers some FaceTime, talk to somebody. Jim, the big news is they're going to ban cell phones in schools for a couple days a week. So the kids are forced.
What days would they pick?
I don't know, but it's all over the news that they're. You know how Dave Chappelle has that like little thing that you put your phone in.
No.
It's like a little. So if you go to a Dave Chappelle concert, you got to put it like in this little sack, right? Your phone. You can't. It like dampens the cell phone reception. You can't call in or call out.
Yes.
And then just like when you go into Marshalls or one of those, TJ Maxx, and they have those things on the shoes that kind of like if you steal something, they unhook it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
They do a thing with the cell phones and it snaps. So you can't even open it if you want to. When you're leaving the school, you push the button and it unhooks it and you can open up the little bag. So the kids high schoolers have to put the phone in there. They won't be able to make a call.
Or what? Let's say I don't have a phone. I got it in my pocket. Or what? What are they going to do?
Well, they take the phone from you or tell you to put in a bag.
Or what?
Oh my God, Jim.
I don't know. I don't know what the rules are. I mean,
let me tell you something about kids and cell phones, okay? No, and I'm dead serious about this. There's 3 reasons any kid's case I worked ran away. Almost unanimously, number 1 was mom took the kid's phone away.
Exactly. I agree with you.
These kids can't fucking handle it. There is a real, there's a big story. Deion Sanders, we know who he is.
yeah.
Okay. Did you see this article about his son?
No.
When his son was in high school about 4 years ago, he beat the shit out of the fucking campus security guard, almost killed the guy because the guy grabbed his cell phone and took it away from him. So he he almost beat him to death. Well, the guy sued him I think it's Shiloh is his name, Shiloh Sanders. He didn't show up for court. So the guy won an $11 million judgment against this high school kid. Well, now he's got money, but he's taking all the money and putting it in an alias. Be like if I wasn't Jim Terry anymore and I was T-Dog and all my money went to T-Dog, the company. I had a judgment of $11 million, and Shiloh's supposed to be paying this back. This is like 5 years later. But all of that because they took a cell phone. These kids will you could kill their mother and they won't say anything. You touch their cell phone, they become animals. It's ridiculous.
Oh, I'm going to tell you a story, and you're exactly right. That was the only way I could discipline my daughter back in grade school and high school. If she got in trouble, I took that phone, and you thought that was going to be the worst thing ever. She went crazy for that phone.
Did you ever look through it and see like she was sexting or anything?
Yeah, no, she didn't. It wasn't even that. It was the addiction to the phone.
If Leanne, if that happened to a high school gym and I went to, I mean, there were cell phones, but you had to be a drug dealer or real rich to have a cell phone back then, or put it in a bag. If that happened now, we would probably start some kind of a trend where you have a CB and an earpiece, and then next thing you know, every kid in the school would be doing it. Like we would find a way around it.
Oh yeah, just like making fake license to go in the bars back in the day.
Well,
my nephew was one of them. He was bad. He was one of the ones that got caught doing it and giving them license to get into the bar.
Let me ask you this, Mr.
Thank
X.
you, Caveman.
What about Apple Watches? What about iPads? I mean, these kids are going to find a way around this.
I don't know. I just saw, usually I see the things in California, and I'm like, ugh, what a bad idea. And I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know how it's going to benefit me, but I'm like, well, at least this will make kids talk to each other.
Texas Gritty, 199 sticker. Thanks, Bob. Great panel, Bob. Yes, very good panel.
I'm going to tell you what the real motivation behind that is. The kids can't film what's going on in school. These teachers are held to a higher standard now because videotape is the one witness that does not lie. You got a teacher calling a kid the bad word or a fist fight in school. It's all documented. It's not he said, she said. Let me get the surveillance footage. There's a fight in school. There's 900 kids filming it. I don't think.
Jim. You got to see what Johnny Yarborough just did.
What'd Johnny Yarborough do?
Just put a picture of you up, cut out the mouth, and stuck something in your mouth.
Not wise on YouTube.
Mr. X, did he do that on YouTube?
Yes, he just did it on Twin Mamas.
Hold on, that's great. Now we can strike it. So now we can strike it because see, that's on YouTube. We don't do it on YouTube. So I'll go ahead and strike her. I'll be right back.
Go for it. X, go for it.
I haven't been striking people. I haven't even done that in a while. I haven't watched a lot of these shows. I hear people saying, oh, this guy's talking about this guy's talking about that. Whatever. I mean, do something.
It's not worth it sometimes, is it?
It's just, how can I do anything more to these people than they've already done to themselves? Like I did see somebody sent this to me about, I think it was Lacey H saying, oh, fumble nuts, this and that doesn't define you. Yeah, it does. And it wasn't 20 years ago. It was in 2010. It was July 10th. And you know how into anniversaries I am and how I like to celebrate. Well, July 10th, we're going to have a domestic abuser day that we can talk about how bad it is to be a domestic abuser. That's going to be July 10th. We'll do that on Jim Terry TV. And that'll be in honor of Fumble Nuts. But yeah, that does define him when he does something that low. Absolutely, it does. So,
Hi, Pinky.
X, you know, when I see people just hating like that, I just think, fuck, man, haven't you got no life? Like, fuck, man, go get a life. Just go get a life. That's what, when I see people hating on YouTube, I just think, man, what the fuck?
Well, when it's their only content, like I kind of figured out the game plan of what happens. Like Friday is the Zoom call meeting when they all get together. And then Saturday and Sunday, they kind of take the time off. Monday and Tuesday, they watch us. They make their little videos. Wednesday, they become outraged and they do their driving videos. Thursday, they do their driving videos and make up some excuse like this is going to happen. Then they're back to their Zoom call on Friday. It's like the same thing every week. Meanwhile, we had 3 shows, Turpy, in a row. A UFL championship game. XNN was completely different. Jim Terry TV, where they were all completely different shows, nearly 9 hours of content in less than 3 days. They can't do what we do.
Did you show NFL like games on OTT?
No, we do not. Here's what we did. We had the UFL championship, and while the game was playing, we did not show the game. We just discussed the game. And then at the end of it, we had a viewer of ours, Chris is her name with a K. She was at the game, and when the trophy presentation happened, I said, get as close as you can. She got Tom Brady and all them on our footage. So we had, the direct link to her camera. So it's not like we were taking it off a TV. So we showed the trophy presentation from her point of view, and after it was all over. So no, we don't steal things like Salty Pancakes is putting up the NBA Finals behind while he's talking. We don't do that.
Because he's own OTT, I thought that would be okay to put that up there.
No, because you still are adhering to rules by Roku, and no, you can't pirate. I mean, I guess you could, but it's just not. That's not the way that I do business. It's not the way. We don't need
not ethical. Not ethical. Okay.
Well, I wouldn't want somebody stealing my content. I don't own the UFL. I don't own the Fox Network's content, and we could discuss it to an extent, but I don't want to make a radio show out of it either. So because that's kind of how we approach it.
I'm being honest. That's something I'd join for. I'd actually get it myself and watch it myself, but listen to you guys commentate on it because I've listened to Jim since MMA Junkie like 10 years ago, and I've been saying this to people for a long time.
And they have those watch-along parties for UFC or the WWE where they're not saying move to move, but they're saying, hey, here's what's going on in the match, and then they start bullshitting with themselves why everybody's watching it. If we're the soundtrack and WrestleMania is on right now. As long as you're not disseminating every single move, you can kind of get away with it within fair use. So,
do you get football games and stuff there, Turpy?
Yeah,
American.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they do the talk-alongs with the football games, I'd actually watch the game and then join in, so I know. What they're talking about.
And the last thing that I'll mention about this is the fact that I saw that Lacey H was saying that about the fumble nuts and all that kind of stuff, and it was 14 years ago where they're showing articles of Jim that aren't even bad from 20 years ago. What is this guy selling? It's from this time 20 years ago, and it's not even bad. And here's the other thing. 4 or 5 other channels, Doug, Salty Pancakes, they've all already shown that over 3 times over the last year. That means to you, that toothless bitch in Australia, what's her name, Lady Luck, that means no original content. It's like it's been done by so many haters. It's stupid.
Yeah, this guy don't like you, huh, Turpy? Turpy? This guy smooth.
He don't like you?
No, it says if Turpy where's Lincoln? Who the fuck is Bob Farrell? Where's Lincoln? Oh, I thought he meant you.
I'm just letting him. I'm giving him I've just put your channel in my link, in my channel.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm restreaming it.
Okay.
Spoon's okay. He's a Spoon's a funny troll. He's one of the trolls.
As long as if you see somebody let me know because I don't want to bounce somebody that shouldn't get bounced.
Nah, Spurn's good. He's a funny guy. He's a funny guy. I like him.
Ooh, I just got a Cash App here. Zach Pyle. Thank you. $10 Cash App.
Zach Pyle's a good guy. Do we know much about Zach Pyle, Mr. X?
A little bit. I know who we know of him. I don't know a ton about him. No.
I got to put Leanne over there at number 1. This is her show.
Let me tell you this. This is my show.
I struck it. I struck it for the content. I don't think he used a hot dog. It looked like he was using his fingers, which he was really good at since he did the same thing to his siblings. But I want to show you guys something. Give me a second here. You're going to find this very interesting. I've been waiting for this. Why would Twin Mama have Johnny? Notice Johnny didn't do that on his show. He did it on hers. By the way, 58 people watching her at height. Hold on.
Well, that's because she's not monetized, I guess. I don't know.
Why she only has 58 people watching her?
No, why he did it on her show.
Well, she could lose her channel. I would rather her lose her channel than lose the monetization first. She's got 1 foot on a banana peel, 1 foot in a grave. Yeah, no, you can't do that on YouTube, man. We used to put up, I would go like this, and the picture that would come up would be Queen Bee. This is how we got all you guys when you guys were over there. There would be a picture like this, and it would be of my sister or something. You can't do that. That picture there.
Who the fuck was that ugly fuck?
That was like doxing.
Joy Perry, when's the next week?
Is? Damn, Bob, don't get me in trouble for having your head on my thing.
Like I said, my nephew goes, what the hell? I had to explain it to them. They got it. They. I saw Johnny stick something in the hole at the end.
What's up, Spoon? Spoon, if you want to join up, bro, you can, mate. I just said I vouch for you, Spoon. So if you want to join up on panel, bro.
Why not?
One
Super
guy.
sticker. JY fingers are finger licking good. Bart. Johnny Yarborough's fingers are finger licking good. Oh my God.
And here's the thing. I mean, there's just, I'm talking to that lady once again, that Lady Luck in Australia. You want to talk about people not having any originality? I mean, what are they, just a blatant ripoff of what Jim does now? And they're not even funny when they do it. I haven't struck anybody in a while. I struck it too.
Your friend says that Jim Terry's scary guy, huh?
Who?
Turkey's friend said the guy with the hat is scaring him.
Good.
Right there. Phone number guy scares my mental health.
Jim makes me, he reminds me of one of my mates. He actually looks a lot like my other mate. And fucking, every time I see Jim, it reminds me of him. And I fucking...
He must be a good-looking guy.
Yeah, you know Chris Helmsworth?
He's a good guy, I will say that. He'll give you the shirt off his back, this guy.
Well, if I keep losing at poker, I might need another shirt. Past couple of weeks, haven't been doing well. I guess somebody's got a fucking voodoo doll or some shit.
What's happening, voodoo doll?
Spoon, you got to connect your device. There you go.
Hey, Spoon.
How you guys doing, man? Whose channel am I on? Oh, let me fucking shut off my...
You're on Leanne's channel.
Bob Farrels, man. He's a friend of Lincoln.
It's my show, she said. Look.
Friend of Jim Terry's.
It's Leanne's show.
So the top left corner lady, I'm on her channel?
Yeah, it's her channel. Yeah.
Leanne, you said? Leanne?
Yep, Leanne.
Thanks for having me on, Leanne.
Oh, no problem, Spoon.
Where are you from, Spoon? Where are you from originally? You got an accent.
Well, my parents are Portuguese, but I'm born and raised in Montreal, Canada.
So you're a French, Hispanic, Portuguese, Spanish-speaking guy?
No, man. Those French people and those fucking Irish and English, they were all here before
me. Hey, I'm
Portuguese.
Irish.
Can you turn
my
your camera
Portuguese
on? I want to see what this guy looks like. Turn your camera on, partner. Let's see you.
my camera's been on many times. I'm not gonna do it now though.
I've seen him before, bro. I've seen him.
How would I? Oh, are you friends with Turpy? Do you know Turpy?
Yeah,
I know Turpy.
So what's it like in Montreal? Do you go watch Cirque du Soleil a lot?
Yo, you want to go on the French shit, man? Wherever, what's behind you? What's that? Carolina? You from Carolinas? You from South Carolina? You gonna act up against me? Montreal, the biggest motherfucking metropolis, motherfucking north of you, other than New York City. You want to go at me?
Jim,
you want to do that shit?
He's just like you, Jim. He's a professional troll just like you, Jim. Trust me.
Well, hold on. He's talking about Montreal, Canada. Wait, say that about Montreal again. What about Montreal?
What about Montreal? Forget North Carolina. You're a fucking West Coaster.
What
you
is North
Philadelphia?
Carolina? I don't understand why you're
sure.
Whoa. Why are you saying North Carolina? Why are you saying North Carolina?
Because I saw the white and baby blue. I saw the white and baby blue.
He said because your football jersey.
Now I see Philadelphia, so I know. But he's not from Philly. I know that for sure. So he's probably from Pennsylvania somewhere up there in Ohio.
I'm in Ohio.
I live in Dirty Jersey.
I'll call you all out. I'll figure out where all you live.
A lot of people from Ohio are the best people in the world.
Yeah, not my friend Joe Walsh. She's a prick. But anyways, maybe you guys are nice. I don't know.
But Montreal is huge.
I got to find out who this guy is.
Thank you.
He's got a goddamn wrench. I don't even know who it is.
Well, that's because me and Turpy had a little moment before he met all of you, I guess.
Was it a good one?
Me and Ben have known each other for a while, and like, don't get me wrong, we got off on the wrong foot, but that's how a lot of good friendships are made.
Yeah, but like he said, I'm not here. I would never, like, no matter how pissed off I got at you guys, I only have two rules on this YouTube shit. I got two. I might porn bomb one day, but the only two rules I go by is I don't dox you, and I don't talk about your family. I don't talk about your kids, your wife. I don't dox. I don't care where you live. I don't care about your wife, your kids, unless you tell me, and then I will never turn that against you. You tell me your kids are sick and everything, I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry today. Tomorrow, I'm not going to throw that in your face.
No, I will say that rules.
It's worked out for me, man.
He's a troll, but he's a funny troll.
So you like smack talk?
That's
you like smack real quick from Jeremy M.
I'll slap you up and down this motherfucker.
I like smack talk.
With your fucking 1970. You look like Wendy from the Wonder Years. Don't you come at me, girl.
You got me.
You know what I'm saying? I got the fucking talk. You want to go, man? Fucking
yeah. I love it.
Guys, I've got to hear this. Tell me again about how big Montreal is and how great of a city. It's got 1.7 million
bigger,
people in it.
Where you come from, because you sound like you were fucking trapped. You were the bubble boy. You had a fucking disease as a child. You just got released. Now you get to
hold on a second. Wait. Tell me again about this. Tell me again about this major metropolis.
Get on the plane. Get on the
bus. Tell me again about this major metropolis that's Montreal, which, by the way, has less people than Charlotte. So go ahead. Tell me how great Montreal is.
6 million. The greater Montreal area is like 5 million, and the greater Toronto area is 6 million. We are part of the top 10 biggest metropolises in North America. And the biggest city being Mexico, by the way. The biggest city of North America is Mexico City. So think of that. Then you got Mexico City, you got New York City, you got LA, Chicago. Then what do you got? You got Toronto. You got Minnesota, Montreal. What else do you have? Where do you come from? Where? You think New Jersey's bad? Fuck off.
Well, I would say Miami's a pretty big city. Atlanta, Georgia's a pretty big city.
There's nobody there. There's tourists there. There's nobody that lives there. It's all fucking French Canadians that go there as snowbirds for the winter time.
Wait, Jim, how far away are you from?
Hey, I know this guy. This is the super guy that talks. The lawyer. I know Mr. X. How you doing, sir?
Hey, good.
Yeah.
I'm not a lawyer, but I'll take it. Thank you.
Jim before on LCs, bro. You've met these guys.
Yeah, I know this guy. Yeah, but he's a serious dude. He's a serious dude. He's not he's not playing around like this other guy.
I've seen you talk to these guys. You like these guys. I've seen you.
I know this Mr. X though. He's serious about his business.
I'm a businessman, and I want to answer this question that this guy in the chat sent a super sticker in real quick. Jeremy M coming in on the Mr. X Cash App first of all. Number 2, Jeremy M, you asked about Tubi. And I know this probably isn't the biggest interest, but he did send in a $5 Cash App to Bob. Real quick.
You talking to the chat? You talking to the chat? You interrupted Mr. Phone Number for me?
Yeah, I mean the guy sending $5 to Bob's show.
Get your ass in the chat. Get your ass in the chat and type. Start typing. Fuck you gonna interrupt me for?
All right, Turpy. Hold on, Turpy. This guy is a mod in your room?
Yes.
How can he be a mod in my fucking room then?
How's he a mod?
I don't know.
I thought
he's got a wrench, and I just put in the comments of what it says.
He's restreaming your show, Bob. Turpy's got your. It'd be like if I put it on XNN right now. People I have mods here too.
Yeah, he's a wrench on my channel, not on yours.
Yeah.
All right, because my people can't see him.
You guys need to relax, though.
Is he my channel?
Now he says
you have names that I know from other communities that are not the same people.
I can't even get rid of them.
Jeremy M., I'll answer your question a little bit later.
I just tried to ban them, get them out, and I can't even get them out.
No, it's on my. It only comes up in StreamYards because I'm restreaming it. It comes in my chat, then goes to StreamYards.
Bob, he's not a mod. Yeah, no, you can see Turpy.
It won't go to your channel. It won't actually go to your channel, but it will go to StreamYards.
All right, now he's cursing me out.
Yeah, well, a good idea, Turpy, is maybe dropping his link so I can go troll him on here. I don't even know the guy, and I'm already here.
What the hell's he say there? I can't read that shit.
Allahu Akbar?
Yeah, what's that mean?
That's Muslim.
Well, what's he saying?
It means don't ask for extra bacon on your fucking Big Mac. It's not good.
Is he talking to you, Spoons? Is he calling you Allah Akbar?
Yeah. Me and him are gonna go to a fucking national building tonight. Put that on record.
Hey, Drew Dover, one thing I will say, please, can you respect Bob? He's a good mate. He's a good man. Please respect him. He's a good mate of mine. Please respect him.
I was making a joke.
Everyone else, all the men on panel, other than Bob and the lady, you can go at. Me, Jim, X, Spoon. Like we're here for that type of shit. It's funny, but other people ain't.
Don't go making fucking Hepto. What was that shit in France where they drew Muhammad and they all got fucking murdered?
That was the Boston Tea Party.
That was the Boston. Yeah, well, yeah.
Is that Harlod?
300 years later.
No.
The real Harlod?
Fuck Harlod. He's the word. No, okay, wait. That guy is different. The other one though, that East Side Harlod, that motherfucker's a rat. Fuck his ass. Piece of shit.
The real Harlod's all right.
I'm about to pull a Lacey H since this isn't about me.
Yeah, I'm Bob. I'm good at this. This guy talking about Montreal, some kind of metropolis. Listen, let me tell you something about Canada.
This guy Montreal talking about some kind of metropolis. What's the weather where you at there? 8.3. Is it cold? Is it raining? Is it snowing?
Bob, this guy. First of all, let me explain something about Canada. Somebody who's been up there. If anybody gave a fuck about Montreal, they got 1.7 million people. Houston's almost twice the size now. Montreal is such a shithole. They got two totally different separate people. They got separatists and what is it? Separatists and what is it? Loyalists or something? It's basically France in Canada. And you don't get more of a lily white country. And for a guy who's Portuguese to be living in Montreal, this guy must have a hell of he must have an absolute hell of a time up there because they hate anybody who isn't lily white up there. But Canada is a great idea. It was a country they started and nobody fucking showed up. I mean, I don't know where he's getting his numbers from, but there is not that many people in the fucking city of Montreal. It's not. I got buddies that played for the Alouettes, and they were like, this place is a fucking shithole. Why would anybody want to be here? Now, is it clean? Yeah. But, yeah, he's probably got a lot of self-esteem issues, and he's really got to be questioning. I mean, how does a guy go from how does a Portuguese guy from South America, right? Is that where he was from, Tubi?
Yep. His parents are Portuguese, but he was born and bred in Canada.
Yeah, I mean we're talking about a guy who probably looks like he was on one of the planes that hit the Twin Towers. And he's talking about how great Canada is.
Yeah, he trying to think of somebody he looks like.
He does. I remember him on Lincoln's. He looks like Gala Akbar.
Yeah, he looks
No,
like
he doesn't. He doesn't look like that. He looks more of Italian, like an Italian, Spanish maybe. Like yeah. I've got a lot of Lebanese mates and stuff. They look totally different.
Turpy, do me a favor, buddy. Everybody in chat's getting upset that if you can end my live on your stream.
Oh yeah, okay.
I didn't even know Turpy had a channel until today. I had no idea, Turpy.
Pardon?
I didn't know you had a channel.
Yeah, I've got a channel. Yeah, and Jim, you're always welcome over there. I've always told you that.
I wish you would have told me.
Yeah,
I never knew.
Nobody's hijacking my show. It's okay. He ended it. I asked him.